Hello, everybody. I have not made a video in a very long time, and I'm still not that good at making videos with just me holding my phone. Um, so, yeah, you have not seen me for a very long time. I am still staying in the exact same place. So, this is my bedroom right here. Like like this, it's very tiny. Like this is me standing up, right? I'm gonna do a 360 spin. So you see, you start. Let me turn on the wide angle lens. Maybe that might help. So if you just spin around, keep spinning, make sure my charging cable doesn't get all tangled up, and then you can see me in the with the bathroom mirror right there. This is my bedroom. Um, yeah. Okay. Okay. So, anyways, yeah. Um. So this is a mobile home. So I've been here now since September 2021. Uh, I still work for Uber and Lyft, and it's really pissing me off because ever since March, they have lowered our pay by about 40%. So before, for example, if I would drive anyone to the airport for a drop off, that would have been last year, that would have been easily $25 or $30. Now I'm lucky if I get up to $15 for that. And so I tried to apply to this play for this new Uber and Lyft competitor called Alto, and they didn't hire me. I have no idea why. They wouldn't tell me why. I can't think of any possible reasons. Like, I'm not a criminal. I've never been to jail. I only got like an accidental, like, drove past a stop sign at my old neighborhood a long time, like 3 years ago, but that's it, you know? And, and with Alto, I had to take a driving test with them, and I feel like I did pretty well. I mean, I've been driving now. I'm a very late bloomer because I still very much feel like a child on the inside. Just because I'm still not used to paying my own bills, and I'm struggling every day paying paycheck to paycheck for a lot of stuff. So, I'm still in this phase where of my life where I'm not home. I have not been homeless. I've been living here with my aunt for almost, because we were homeless together. Anyway, I'm not going to go into my whole backstory. You can go search my channel for that stuff because I don't want to relive all that trauma all over again. See, even just taking the moment to say that sentence made me forget everything that I was talking about. Which brings me to, yes, still have clinical depression, still have clinical anxiety, uh, general anxiety disorder, uh, social anxiety disorder, which I still don't understand why I have social anxiety. I love talking to people. Um, General anxiety, social anxiety, and major depressive disorder. The triple hit combo of a super fucked up brain. And so I still do not own any guitars yet, but every time I go to visit Guitar Center or any other music store, it's like I just want to spend I've never gotten kicked out of a music store, but I would just love to. I would just spend a long time there because for me, a funny comparison. It's for me playing guitar, specifically loud, electric, distorted, 80s, 90s, hard rock, heavy metal. That is my bread and butter for my life right there. So anytime I'm at Guitar Center or any other similar place, it's like I'm Superman at the Fortress of Solitude. It's a place where I am me. The other things that make me me, of course, are talking about comic books, Marvel and DC. I love all of them. You know, I don't pick a side. I love PlayStation and Xbox and Nintendo. I love, New Balance and... Where the heck is it? Damn it, where are my damn LeBron shoes? I don't wear them now because they're so... Fuck me. God damn it. I'm gonna fall over. Alright, I'm gonna not talk about that anymore. They're under the bed, but, you know, as you can see, I'm so messed up, because I was able to pull everything out of my storage unit. Now everything's just crammed in there. My dad's old turntable, all this shit. Hang on. Can you see it? That's one of them. I don't know where the other one went. But yeah, you see? I like Nike and New Balance. That's the Kawhi New Balance shoes. I got that on clearance for $40, which is a awesome deal. And you know, these are my LeBron Soldier shoes. These were my, they really were soldier shoes, because I soldiered on pushing. This is what I wore when I was homeless. Like, these are my number one shoes, as you can tell. But, you know, I've had these since 2019 and wore them almost exclusively anytime I'm working or going out for anything. So, anyways, what else can I talk about? Oh yeah, that's another obvious thing. It's back. I grew it back because I didn't get any. Yes, I know I know I look horrible, but you know, I got to work with what I got. Because I mean, I have extremely thin hair. Like, I'm not bald, and I actually did shave my head in 2020. You can go back for that video from, I think it was April 2020. But yeah, this is like a sign of pride for me. I waited it out and finally got my damn hair back, or it's coming back. Because I don't know. It's just, for me, I like having long hair better because because my heroes had long hair when they were my age. James Hetfield, Kirk Hammett, Dave Mustaine, Slash, Eddie Van Halen, Jimmy Page, several. I don't know. When I look at that, that's like the official, unofficial dress code if you play rock music. And, you know, I don't know. I'm not making any goddamn sense. I just like that I'm just happy that my hair grew back. That's all I'm just trying to say. And, you know, this is not the goal. This is not the permanent thing yet. I want to be able to, you know, have the hair go, you know, not down to my ass, but let's just say below the collar. Back the way it used to be. And pretty sure that Alto, you know, I'm pretty sure my long hair had nothing to do with it, because I've had, you know, because I put myself in a ponytail whenever I need to, and there were plenty of other guys working there at Alto at that office that also had hair longer than mine, so I don't know what the fuck they did. Because why they decided not to bring me on, because that would have cured all my financial issues. Because Uber and Lyft is the only thing I've ever been good at, and I get so sick and tired of all these people complaining, like making fake reviews, because that really does exist out there. You know, where people will lie and say stuff that I never did. it happens, not, thankfully, not all the time, but when it does start to happen, it's like, it's a huge major pain in the ass, because I'm already barely surviving. I can barely keep this fucking roof over my head, because it's 300 per week, and because of my horrible credit, because I'm stupid, And hey, if you are watching this video and you are younger than, it's so weird to me now, that because I was always used to being the youngest kid in the room, and now I'm 28 years old. I grew up, you could watch me grow up. This whole channel started, this channel 2010. But anyways, all I'm trying to say is, don't take your 20s for granted like I did. Like, I know I'm technically still in my 20s, but I have a lot of regrets about life already, and I can't even imagine what people in there that are 40, 50, or 60 must feel like. But because I want to be in a band, I want to be a stand-up comic. Those are the two things I want for my dream career, whichever comes first. That, if I can make myself not be so fucking depressed all the time, and try to force my way in there, because I've already wasted 28. Okay, I guess we can start at 18. I've already wasted 10 years of my life, and I don't want to waste any more of them. And but the bad problem is, whenever I start to get really depressed, I'm not like right now. I would say I'm very neutral right now. Like, I'm not anything. I wouldn't say I'm happy. I'm not sad. I'm not mad. I'm just neutral. And this is always my goal. Is anytime I'm depressed, I have to force myself. I have to remember, wait until you return to neutral. But the problem is, and that's why Uber and Lyft was such a blessing before. It's because whenever life would get way too overwhelming, I had the go offline button with Uber and Lyft, which was pretty much code for, fuck it, I am too mad or stressed or pissed off or angry with the world, or I'm having a panic attack, and I'm going to press go offline and go home. And that's why I have a hard time, had such a hard time working at my previous jobs, because now, before, Uber and Lyft used to pay more money than working at a grocery store or a fast food place or a GameStop, which is all the previous jobs I had in the past. And I hated all of it, because it felt like high school all over again. You're doing something you don't want to do, and you're waiting there just to go home. And I'm fucking terrified, because I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a time when Uber and Lyft are paying even worse than they are right now. Like, I'm lucky if I even have any money at all, and because my aunt has to fucking pay for everything, and she's 71, and I hate seeing her do that, because she just works at a janitor, or like mopping floors and washing towels at a nail salon. And yet here I am, used to make enough money, and now I don't. And it fucking sucks. It really does. It does suck, because all of a sudden the things I want to do with my life are being put on the back burner. And all I'm trying to say is, and it's so odd to me now that there are people who are adults that are now a whole generation younger than me. And thank God, because, I love classic rock and I love classic metal, but now I've got something to relate to people who are a couple years younger than me now, because I also love modern pop music. Because if you remember that moment when I first started getting into the phase of listening to new music that I actually like and discovering it, people like Billie Eilish and Carly Rae Jepsen and Lana Del Rey and Phineas and people like that, I enjoy them just as much as I enjoy Metallica and Led Zeppelin and Van Halen and Guns N' Roses and Iron Maiden and Judas Priest and Soundgarden, Nirvana and Red Hot Chili Peppers and all of that stuff. And yeah, makes me feel like I'm at a double-edged sword because I used to hate the modern stuff when I was in high school, and now I enjoy it because that's when I learned it's so silly to say just because you love Metallica, that doesn't just because you love Metallica, it doesn't mean you can't also be a gigantic Taylor Swift fan. You can like all of it. You can like everything. You know, I used to have a real fucking like stick up my ass about that in high school. You know, because uh, because I remember being such a diehard. I only listen to stuff from before. I only listen to music from before I was born, and that is it. And if I only ever listen to a new album from an artist that I like, that if I ever listen to anything new, it's because it's a new album that an artist would put out. You know. Now I'm learning about myself that none of that shit fucking matters. You know, because you like what you like and stop fucking apologizing for it. I need to listen to that more, my own shit more often. Yeah. Um, because now it's so interesting because I used to look at modern pop music as a negative thing because it's like they don't play real instruments. But what I've learned, you know, after trying to record my own music, which was a while ago in 2020, you can look back at my channel for that one. What I used to, um, I learned that it's a whole for art form, a whole thing. Learning how to use music recording production software, like the one that I used to have was Ableton Live, and I know that there's FL Studio, and then there's of course GarageBand and Logic, and the popular one Pro Tools. But I don't really, and I have to relearn how to use all of that stuff. And that's when I learned, oh, so this is how new music is made. It's all with this, and I need to stop thinking that this is inferior or it's horrible. But man, it just feels like I just wasted a lot of my life. Like all those moments that I spent playing video games all the time, which I still love video games, and I crave it even more now because I don't have my PS4. Well, I mean, I mean, I still own it, but it's at the pawn shop. It's been at the damn pawn shop since my how that was how bad it was. How did I celebrate my birthday? By putting my fucking PS4 in the goddamn pawn shop just so I had enough money to pay rent. Yeah, that's how bad shit is. But I don't feel depressed right now, you know. It's while I am depressed when I keep thinking this situation is permanent. And I know it's not going to be permanent, but there's days where it just feels like I'm stuck in a cage or trapped in an infinite loop trying to find the ladder to climb out of there. Um, but if there's anything I can give to younger people, don't waste your 20s. And there might be some people telling me your 20s don't matter. I don't know. I don't know if they matter or not. I think it's just because I grew up with a horrible mindset or I used to think this way. I don't know, but I used to think that if I wasn't a famous guitar player, if I wasn't going on tours across the country, if I didn't have a comedy special out, which I'm still, I don't even want to call myself a comedian yet because I've only done 4 open mics, but I felt okay at that. Anyway, I'm rambling. I've learned that's another big issue with me, personality wise, is I ramble on too long for like a fucking 99-year-old. And I just have to get used to talking by myself to a camera because I have not recorded a video in a very long time. But I don't even know what I want to title this video, but I guess I'll just call it Don't Waste Your 20s Advice experiences and advice from a 28-year-old. I don't know what to call it, but anyways, yeah, that's like the short-term goals for right now. Get my laptop and my PS4 out of the pawn shop, save money for an electric guitar again, and try to get the laptop and stuff out so I can get back to doing the things I actually care about, which are YouTube videos, playing guitar, trying to learn how to sing because I want to do that, learn how to write jokes, perform on stage, both music wise and comedy wise, and just stuff like that's what I want to do. And I just have to force myself to stick to that plan instead of days where I just feel miserable and I'm stuck in bed all day doing absolutely nothing. But because I spent way too much time spending too much time doing that and not enough time fucking forcing myself to do those things. Anyway, to continue to grow instead of just stagnate, because I feel so stagnated, like I'm stalling. Like, before I was homeless, because I was homeless, last year for 4 months. Because I used to feel like my life was, satisfaction-wise, was going up, because then my mom had a stroke, started going down, and then I started to learn to record my own music, and then it started to go up, and then I became homeless, and everything came crashing down like a stock market graph. And I'm just trying to learn how to, how to go back to because I'm at step 1, don't be homeless anymore. Trying not to go back to step 0, to go back to a hotel. But anyways, yeah, so there's moments where I'm happy and there's moments when I'm sad, but I'm just happy that I finally forced myself to get on track just to make one YouTube video for right now. Because I don't know when I'm gonna make more videos again, but I hope you want to stick on this road with me. Alright, so anyways, I'm Mr. Gaming Guitarist, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.